really hope this works. This is a sticky process, right? There is a ton of room for human error. It's like semi-frozen, but not exactly.
Is it supposed to float?
I don't know, because we're figuring this out at the same time here. We basically have staged baths to make this purification work. First, the alcohol with our calcium lactate goes into the sodium alginate bath. We leave it in there long enough to form a thick enough membrane, and then we rinse it in a series of warm, clean water baths to stop that membrane from forming anymore.
Wow, isn't that something?
So what do you think? Does that remind you of a laundry pod?
Yeah.
After several tries, we've got quite a few intact pods, right? You can pick it up and hold it.
I'm liking the thicker membrane. If no other reason, the tougher they are, the
easier it is to
transport, for one.
So we have figured out how to encapsulate our cocktails. We have a sphere, and there is an alcohol cocktail inside of that pod.
My goal is to be able to drop that in a mixer or whatever and have it spread the liquor in there.
Oh, that one's not as pretty. That one broke these.
Yeah.
These things are just...
They're like egg yolks. It looks like we're making a slasher movie.
These membranes are kind of durable, but they're also pretty fragile at the same time. They also don't always turn out the perfect sphere that we're looking for.
I want to test one and see if it will dissolve and turn into the beautiful concept that I'm pitching to the customer.
It's just a matter now of how pleasant is this experience going to be. Oh, there it goes. Is it dissolved?
I see a little bit.
Yeah, I see it too. Got some blobbiness going on in there.
Yeah, I saw the membrane float by.
Once the foam dissipates, that slimy, gross membrane, it's still hanging on in there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I could go with that.
You're not a fan of this, are you?
Not even a little bit. From being a bartender for years, that is just not something that you want to serve to any customer, especially at a high-end party. The texture is really, really unpleasant. It's just really not water soluble. No matter what, you can break it, but there's gonna be that gelatinous blob still. Oh, I hear Mr. Jackson.
You think he could get less stairs?
What in the? Welcome to spherification. I've been doing research and development with Joe now for a little while. Digger had this brilliant idea to put us together to make hazelnut rum. And he's really good at troubleshooting.
To me, that looks like what I would expect with reverse spherification.
Visually, it's just freaking me out.
I don't know why you chose this color. I come up in here and I haven't seen you in how long, and this is how you greet me?
Yeah, I know. When Joe looked at our shine pods, I could tell he was trying not to laugh. Dropping a pod into a drink and having it react is not as feasible as I wish it would have been.
Well, let's think about this. Maybe it was like a cart before the horse scenario where the idea of making a cocktail, dropping it in the glass wasn't the end game. Let's elevate this. What if it's an edible cocktail, an hors d'oeuvre cocktail that somebody comes around instead of a tray of glasses with cocktails in it at a party, you come around and you've got these pretty little pods that people just pop in their mouth.
It's gotta be like appealing, it's gotta be palatable. Joe's impressed that we've managed to make these little encapsulated cocktail spheres. If we can just improve the appearance overall and that texture a little bit, then we might actually have something here.
I feel like if we're gonna elevate this to the place that it needs to be for this customer, we're gonna have to up the game in the actual cocktail itself.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got this wine-based spirit that I distilled off recently. It's really good. I added blueberries to it, and
sounds good.
I've been planning to play around and do a blueberry mojito. So I've got some spirit for us
that
to
the
work
bar
with
bag?
to build this cocktail.
Famous bar bag.
I got limes, some mint.
It is a bar bag.
It's literally an entire bar in a bag.
Some blueberries. I got some blueberry simple syrup. So between sweet, mint, blueberry, and lime, you get the acidity, the sugar, a little bit of spiciness.
Yeah.
And then we can balance with our simple syrup.
We could add a whole blueberry too.
You could add, you could add a
That way
whole
it makes
blueberry
something, gives you more
Okay.
texture.
for them to bite into. It'll be encapsulated inside of the pod.
And the mint leaf garnish, I think that looks a lot more appealing.
Blueberry mojito is something that a high-end customer would buy at a really nice restaurant or at a really nice party. It's not corn shine and cherry juice. All right, this will obviously all be strained, but doesn't that look a lot more appealing?
Oh, that smells really good. So in the cocktail is like a garnish of mint and blueberry. I think that's gonna look nice, and it's gonna definitely help with the texture a lot.
Wow.
That's good. Next, all we gotta do is add the calcium lactate to this. So far with Joe's input, I'm feeling a lot better about the edible cocktails. So we're gonna add the calcium lactate to the new cocktail that we have mixed up and freeze it overnight. Hopefully this next batch turns out better than the first one did.
I love that, dude.
Let's go see what the youngins have got going on. Bees reaches out and tells us that they've got something to look at in the way of our interactive cocktail / shine pod.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Welcome to your fine dining experience.
I know Joe and Bees are super excited, and I'm happy that they're happy about it, but I really don't know what Mark and Digger are gonna say.
Gotta explain real quick. We made a pivot. We dropped the idea of the dissolvable liquor pod, and we have come up with an edible cocktail.
I kind of made a blueberry mojito. You know, we garnish it on the inside, make it look pretty.
yeah, I mean, look at that little rascal. Look at the little blueberry moving around in there. It's just swimming around like a little tadpole.
Right. It could be little pieces of strawberry. It could be peach.
You just changed the delivery system. Can we have enough of these done for the party?
One person can make 60 of them in an hour.
That's outstanding. We wasn't even sure it could be done.
So now we need you guys to taste this.
All right, guys.
Here we go.
Wow. Outstanding, guys.
There ain't a thing in there unpleasant. That cocktail is wonderful. That blueberry is right up front and that little mint hanging out. God bless America. This is a game changer. I'm hooked on these already. I love the idea of having some in the refrigerator and just pull them out and let people reach in with a little plastic pair of tongs or a spoon and get them a cocktail and go eat it. It's just a joy to chew up.
That's exactly how I wanted that cocktail to go.
Outstanding.
I think that it'll spread way beyond this cat that he's going to sell to, and I look forward to making a lot of these. I can't tell you enough how happy I am what y'all did.
Good.
You've made me proud to be making liquor again.
They love it. It's a weight released off the three of us.
Outstanding job. You know, this is the first time I guess I've ever ate a cocktail. It's a delicious cocktail, but most importantly, it's $425 in 1 gallon of liquor.
Can you believe the money we're going to make off of that?
It was good.